Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Happy Friday, guys. In this video, I want to talk about the CVC that we had this week, and it was absolutely insane. Some of you probably already seen my post on this channel, or maybe the video of Napkex. If not, I'm gonna link it in the description below. But my clan, Conquest, faced Cthulhu, and I hope I'm saying it right. I think I am. And they are rank 8, I believe, at this moment. Yeah, so rank 8 Cthulhu, and we are rank 24. And we faced each other in CVC, and it was an absolute war till the end. It was super close, and me personally, I did my personal best in terms of points, and I went all out with my resources, just not my gems. Basically, I burned all my books, everything, and I'm gonna go through it, but let me show you a screenshot first before we go into that. All right, so here you can see the scores of every individual player, and the total score for Conquest was 54 million, and for Cthulhu it was 53.5. So we won by like 500,000 points, which is not a lot if you take a look at these numbers here that some of these guys did. Captain from Cthulhu, which Nupkex also did an interview with, did 5.8 million points, which is insane. Also, he's claiming that he's free to play, but I'm not so sure about that. But, he's saying it, so we're just going to run with it. Then on our side, the top scorer was not that far off, like 130,000 points off, and 5.7 was from Twin, our clan leader. And yeah, a lot of big numbers, and it was definitely a team effort. I'm here at 16 with 1.3, almost 1.4 million. The most amount of points I did before this CVC was 1 million, actually, and that was when I was part of Gods and Legends years ago. And this was the most amount of points I got ever. Actually, I planned on saving enough resources to, hit the 5 million one day to get the badge, but, this might get delayed a little bit because of this CVC. So how did I get my 1.4 million points? So basically, my preparation for a personal reward CVC starts right after the last one. So basically, I'm saving all my books, all the legendary books, all the mythical books, all the ascensions I have to do. Doesn't matter if it's gear or champions, all the artifacts I can forge material. I'm saving it, all of it, for personal reward CVCs. And that's pretty much the core amount of points that I'm preparing for personal reward CVCs. Then there's obviously also gems, which play a huge role. I burned through like 4K gems, I think. Could have done a little bit more, but I didn't want to go all out with my gems for this one. I had like 500 epic books, which I saved up over years, and they are totally gone now, and like 300 rare books. I'm not sure if I will ever get to 300 rare books because as an endgame player, you don't really get that many, but you also don't really need a lot, right? Anyway, I had like 30 legendary books saved up, 4 mythical books or something. Got one from Hydra, when CVC was still live. And yeah, so basically I got to like 500, 600,000 points with just, using all my saved up resources, completing the Fire Knight tournament, completing the Gear Hunters event, and completing the event dungeon tournament. Then spent some more energy and gems, like 100 runs into Sand Devil. And after that, I started ascending some, artifacts and upgrading some artifacts. Spent like maybe like 50 million silver. Also not a lot, but I almost used up all my ascension resources. And in the end, I just started booking any epic champion that I have, because most of the epic champions that I'm using are already booked, and there are not many that are still, need to build. So I just dumped them in any epic champion that I have, and the same thing with rare books. And that got me in the end to like 1.3 million points. And then I also opened like 40 mortal soul stones, which didn't give me anything. But I also used one of my fragment summons, one of my fragment fusions, which was Donatello, right? I fused him, got me another 30,000 points. And yeah, in the end, I had 1.3 million, almost 1.4 million points. And we won very close. I think Tsuke opened up like, I don't know how many, but he opened some Eternal Soul Stones to get a boost. And that got us the win, basically. Obviously, in the morning when the CVC was ending, there were not a lot of players of us online, but some were. And those that were really made the difference and went all out with the resources. But also all the other guys did an amazing job. And it was very close. As you can see, 500,000 points is really not a lot if you take a look at those numbers, right? But anyways, GG's to Cthulhu. Was definitely a fun experience. Let's just never do it again, right? I don't think we will do this anytime soon. In my opinion, it's just not worth it. And I think a lot of people in my clan and also in the other clan would agree to this, because the rewards are just not matching what you are investing into this. But like I said, it was a fun experience. It definitely was fun to win this in a team, right? And work as a team, as a clan. And we had a insane run lately. A siege win against Oblivion. Now a CVC win against Cthulhu. And yeah, we will see where this journey will take us. But like I said, we've been on an incredible run, and everybody's happy. And yeah, but also we all came to the conclusion and agree that we all know who the real winners are. It's either Cthulhu nor Conquest. And all of us pretty much burned through so many resources for, let me show you the rewards. Actually, if you don't collect your CVC rewards, they will go straight to your inbox, in case you didn't know. So yeah, 1 sacred shard, 2 ancient shards, 1 4-star chicken, 4 void shards, an XP boost, 30 rank charms, 2 3-star chickens, 4 epic books. I spent 500 and I got 4 in return. 50 legendary relic mats, 75 epic, 75 rare, 2.4 million silver. The only thing in here where I would say nice, that's the 2.4k energy. But even that is nothing close to what we spent to win this, right? So the return is not worth it to, go that crazy, but it was definitely a fun experience. I wish they would add like mythical relic mats in there. Then it would make it a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more interesting for us, to go crazy. Because the rewards as they are now, the 50 legendary mats, in the end you get it's half an epic relic basically, and it's just not worth it. But I also want to talk about CVC tournaments in general. The problem with those, what I think is a problem, maybe some things that should or could be changed to make it a little bit more enjoyable, because for me personally, it's one of the least enjoyable content at this moment. I like Siege very much. Like, it's about strategizing. You need to have a little bit of skill. Obviously, it's also pay to win. I mean, this whole game is pay to win. Let's not sugarcoat it. But at least you need some amount of skill for Siege. For CVC, it's more like who has more resources saved up, or who can buy more resources. That's pretty much it, right? So the one with the bigger wallet will win. And that's not really fun, right? There's no, I mean, at least for players like me, maybe some guys are enjoying spending, I don't know, tens of thousands of gems and crushing others with their bank account. I mean, but I think there are just fundamental things that need to be changed. Like the matchmaking, for example. I don't think the matchmaking in CVC is good because you can manipulate it if you keep your score low in the non-personal reward CVCs, and then you will face, or you have a chance to face, a much weaker opponent and easily get the win. Now, for us big clans, right, at the top end, this is, we've been abusing it. Everybody's been abusing it. It's not a secret. Everybody does it. And we have been benefiting from this, right? But still, in my opinion, it should be changed because it's really not fair if, our clan, I don't know, which is rank 20 something, faces a clan that is like rank 460 or whatever. It's just not fair. And then there's also this over monetization. You don't get enough in return for what you are spending. It's an absolutely crazy resource dump for absolutely nothing but a trophy which you can brag about, right? Like, it's cool to see the 76 trophies that we got from CVCs. I would argue that it does make sense, to have these in the game, but also improve the rewards, make it more fun for people to win CVCs, fix the matchmaking so those, low-level clans don't get bashed by these top-end clans all the time. They could add more tiers like they did with the Siege, and add mythical relic mats, for example, or 4-star assaults, starstone, stuff like that. Like things we really need, and not just like 50 legendary relic mats and a couple of shards and like 4 books, where we had to spend, like, in general, like the amount of books the whole clan or both clans spend, I don't know, it's probably like in the 10,000s, right? So insane. And we get like 4 epic books in return, which is, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Obviously, it's a good thing for them that we burn our resources for, a very low return. But I don't think it's fair for the players. And I think they should add more rewards to it. Maybe an avatar or something else. There are so many options they could do for these personal reward CVCs other than a trophy, and then a couple of shards, some books, and a little bit of energy. I don't know, it's just not good enough at this point, in my opinion. So there's really the lack of innovation at this moment. CVC has been around for a while now, and in my opinion, they should add more things to it, make it more interesting. So fix the matchmaking and add more rewards to make it more interesting for people to take part in CVCs. That would be like my 2 main points that should be fixed. But yeah, here you can see the rankings on the CVC leaderboard. We took the first place with 54 million points. Cthulhu right after with 53.5. And then there's IPR on the third place with almost 40 million. So they had a much more chill CVC, as you can see. But they are also holding the record for, the most amount of CVC points ever. They have been in a crazy CVC tournament. And here you can see it. This is against Gods and Legends. And they got 168 million points. Where Gods and Legends had 153. So this is like, triple the amount of points that we did, more than that. And that is absolutely insane. I don't know. Like, the last place had like 400,000 points more than I did. And first place has 20 million points. So I don't know how you do this. You probably have to really, sell your house and your car and a liver and maybe, some organs or whatever to do this. But yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. So this is the world record as far as I know. I have never seen more points than this. So yeah, once again, shout out to my clan. We've been on a crazy win streak so far. All of us are super happy. Also, GG's to Cthulhu was very fun. Like, it was really close till the end. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about CVC? What do you think should be changed? Or maybe do you have some other ideas on how to make it more interesting, more fun? The YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.